Thank God I never had to pop a pill to have pop a pill. That's just not the real. I do me all. That's how I got big in Madrid like Real. Now they scream rust like I played for the Seahawks. I eat off my own plate, big dough. The dough didn't open, so I went in through the window. 6 more months, that's like 6 more ends. I'm a ball forever while y'all disco ends. Circle so small I can't fit more friends. And I see a bigger picture, but the pics low res. The truth is at my command since I leveled up. Rule with an iron hand inside a velvet glove. Jealous love from the onlookers. Rappers reporting back to the pimps, you what we call hookers. Hand the bread over, the plan is get older. Drowning in money, so all the women swam over. Landowner, I be draped in silk and diamonds. Thwart the danger, glory again, I will survive this fucked up game that be playing with my psyche. Women trying to fuck me, rappers trying to fight me. Hope my girl loves me, shit, I hope she just likes me. Betting on myself, I'm all in Phil Ivy. Faith will guide me. On the bad days, it carries me. And on the good days, it's beside me. High key the best out. Y'all gotta respect the name. Not surprised you all sound the same, cause y'all dress the same. Like LMA, I'm in the goal, so now I'm booed up. Stars in the roof, and my wrist got a moonstruck. I'm too up, afraid that I'ma lose touch. That's why I'm with the people that were there before I blew up. Before the world knew us, before they seen the movement. Fucking with a chick that lived right off of Beaver Ruin. Smoking in garages, stacking shoe boxes. Now I got whores giving 4-hand massages. Deep pockets, deposits. Wrote a self-help book, I'm on my Deepak shit. Get out of your own way, trust me bro, that's so vital. They said that I look like Jesus, so I wrote my own Bible. I don't wanna date you if your news wouldn't go viral. Yeah, I got rings, but I play like I got no title. No entitlement allowed around me. Respect the boundary, they should crown me. I'm the best out of Fulton County. Joke's on you for anyone who tried to clown me. I changed the game, it wouldn't be the same without me. So I'ma follow me, I don't trust what y'all say. And I'd rather walk alone than walk with y'all and go the wrong way. I'ma always put my faith in me. Yeah, I'ma always put my faith in me.
What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode brought to you by the League FFB. It is week 16 of the fantasy football season, the second round of the fantasy football playoffs. Hopefully you guys are off to a good start. If you already had Puka, maybe you had Saquon, maybe you had Jalen Hurts or somebody like that who had a decent day. Puka, maybe not so decent, spectacular day if we're talking about him. But look, also hopefully you weren't playing against them, because I know I'm playing against quite a few of those guys, and this week's got me feeling not so nicey, to quote John Gruden there. But look, man, we are going to be answering all of your start-sit questions. We got a lot of them to get through. Only 30 minutes today, because as you guys can tell, if you were around on Friday's stream, I talked about it a little bit. We had movers here this morning taking and packing all of the stuff that we had in the house. I didn't know if I was going to be doing this stream from the car, but we're doing it here at the house because they got out in a good amount of time. But I got nothing left, man. You see the back is bare. We're selling the bookshelf, but everything else, man, it's gone, man. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. But I'm going to the game today. So I'm in my game day fit. I'm ready. We're going to the Vikings and Giants to go watch Jackson Dart versus J.J. McCarthy. Should be a pretty fun game. But we're going to answer all your start sits. So I'm not going to not start sits. Start sits. So we're going to get through as many of these as we can as quickly as possible. Reminder for you folks, if you're getting down in the line and we're running out of time, I will answer all super chats. They skip the line. You just gotta, hit the super chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna work from top to bottom. So let's just get right into it, man. I'm not wasting time, like I said. So, Birdie, my guy, he says, "What up, Andrew? Sorry I missed Friday's stream. I was watching my Sooners blow another playoff game. Need 2 in PPR. You got Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, and Zay Flowers." So looking at my current rankings right now, I really want to play Bucky Irving, man. PPR, he is my running back 10 on the week. I'm going to be playing him where possible. Other than that, I'm kind of looking between Zay and Mike. I'm going to lean Zay here. I like the matchup against New England. Mike will hit the bench, and it's going to be Bucky and Zay for me. So there you go. No worries on that one. No, that's not the toughest one I think we'll hit today. But Russ in the intro, yeah, dude, top 2 for me, and only behind Drizzy. Jay Loading, what's up, man? Melted Down says, massive gut feeling. Should I start Rivers versus the 49ers as my QB2 instead of Lawrence at Denver? Have I lost the plot? I'll tell you what, I don't love the matchup for Trevor Lawrence this week. I am much lower on him than normal. I have him as my quarterback 19, but I do not have Phillip Rivers in my top 25. So I'm still going with Trevor Lawrence. I'm not going to be playing Phillip Rivers. But this is the fantasy playoffs, so trust your gut. If your gut's saying something, trust it, man. You could ask 115 people, that question, but at the end of the day, it's not their team, it's your team. So, do what you got to do. I would play Lawrence if it's mine. Jaden Higgins or Jalen Coker. I think this one I'm going to lean Coker there. Genty or Michael Carter is the other question. I'm going to be leaning here with, who do I have higher? I think I have, Genty's my running back 27. Where is Michael Carter? Michael Carter is my running back 17. So I'm going Michael Carter here over Genty. Good morning, Ronnie. He says, Andrew, happy holidays to you and your family. PPR question, Judkins or Michael Wilson? And would you start Harvey or Judkins in a PPR league? Thank you once again. So I'm still going to be playing Michael Wilson, man. I know that Marvin's going to be back. They said they're going to work him in a little bit slower. He's my wide receiver 12 on the week. So give me Michael Wilson in the first question. When it comes to Harvey and Judkins, I think that one's a little bit tougher. I currently have RJ Harvey as my running back 13. I do have Judkins below him. It's a good matchup for Judkins, but I'm going to keep playing Harvey. Harvey's been on a tear lately. 2 top 5 running back finishes in the last 3 weeks for him. Fannin or Warren at the tight end position. I think this one I'm going to lean with Fannin. I have him as a top 5 play. I do not have Tyler Warren in the top 5. I think a lot of that is because I don't really trust Phillip Rivers at quarterback. Turns out when you're old, it's tough to play QB in the NFL. 1 tight end, 1 flex, half-point tight end premium, Fergie, Juwan Johnson, Hunter Henry, Gadsden, Addison, Pollard. 1 tight end and 1 flex. So for the tight end, I'm going to go with, I think I want to go with Juwan Johnson here. He'll be my play. Other than that, it's probably between Fergie, probably Addison, and Pollard. I think I'm going to play... That's the tougher part. I think I'm going to play Pollard, though, and hope he gets into the end zone. So give me Pollard and give me Juwan Johnson. If you want the safe play, Juwan Johnson and Fergie would be the safe play. Team number 1, full PPR. Are we starting Estime or over Olave or Higgins? Team 2, Marv, Coker, or Mondre? I am not playing Estime over those guys. I would play both Olave and Higgins over him. Team 2 with Marvin, Coker, or Mondre. I think I'm going to lean with Marvin there. I know they said they're going to work him in a little bit slow, but I like his matchup more. And I think I'd still rather roll with Marvin there. Juwan or Waller? Give me Juwan. That one, I'm not as high on Waller anymore with Quinn Ewers there. BTJ, Igbuka, or Estime. I'm going BTJ and Igbuka. Kincaid, Booty, Hunter Henry, Addison, tight end premium, full PPR, pick 1. Okay, this one is a little bit tougher. I'm not as high on guys like Booty and Henry. I do have Kincaid a little bit lower in my rankings as well. So I guess really if we're going to be... If we're going to be deciding here, I think I'm going to go with Addison as one of them. The other one's the tight end premium play. I think you probably go with Hunter Henry there. So yeah, give me Henry and give me Addison here. Judkins or Zay? I'm going to be going with Zay versus New England in the flex spot there. Only 20 out of Hurts kind of hurts. Yeah, a little bit. It's one of those games where it's like, it's all right. I don't feel like I'm behind the 8 ball, but like I needed a big week out of you and I didn't get the big week. So it's like you can recover from this one pretty easy. So I'm not like hurt by Jalen Hurts, but it's like, I could have got more. Fergie, Juwan, Gadsden, Hunter Henry, Addison, Diggs, Pollard. So the 1 tight end, 1 flex here. Give me Juwan and give me Diggs. Those are going to be the 2 plays. Hey, Andrew, question. PPR league. Which 2 would you start? Higgins, Jefferson, T-Mac, Rico? That's a good question. I think T-Mac right now is the highest in my rankings. I have him currently as my wide receiver. I'm lying. T-Mac is not the highest in my rankings. Justin Jefferson's the highest in my rankings. So I'd probably play Justin Jefferson, and I'd probably play T-Mac here as the 2 plays over Higgins and over Rico. Yeah, that's a play. We got a super chat here from Merck. He's going to skip the line, so he's going to say Diggs, Shakir, or Keenan Allen in PPR. It's going to be between Shakir and Diggs. I think I'm going to lean Diggs just because I think he has a higher chance at a higher target share in this one, but he hasn't been good as of lately. He currently is coming in as my wide receiver 34, whereas Shakir is my wide receiver 38. So give me Diggs there. Start one quarterback, one flex in full PPR. Really, really close matchup, 50-50 right now. Burrow, McCarthy, Shuck, Egbuka, Michael Wilson, Breece Hall, and Strange. So the quarterback for me is going to be Burrow. He'll be the play. The wide receiver or the flex for me is going to be Michael Wilson. I'm going to play him. So Burrow and Michael Wilson are the two for me. Starting Kittle, would you start Waller over Jalen Coker? Estimate which one would you flex? I think I would play Estime over Waller. And I'd play him over Coker. So I'd play Estime there. Yo, what up, Breece, Genty, or Estime? I have Breece, I think, as the highest in my rankings. Let me double check that just to confirm. Yes, Breece is the highest in my rankings. Give me Breece. Pollard or Rico? I'm going to go with Rico here. I like the matchup more for Rico. Think Achane's production will change much with Ewers in? Potentially. I think we're losing top 5 upside from Achane probably now that Ewers is there, because I don't expect them to be very efficient in this offense, which kind of sucks, man, because Achane looked like a bona fide top 3 play pretty much every week the rest of the way. Buck Irving, Tracy, Dowdle, Michael Carter, pick one. I'm going Bucky. Bucky's the play. Kevin says, play Jefferson today. Yeah, you better play Jefferson today. No, I'm just kidding. Play Jefferson today because I'm wearing the jersey. I'm going to be there in person. So I need a big Jefferson game. That would be dope. Goff or JJ McCarthy. I'm going to go with, I want to say I'm playing Goff here. He feels like the pretty safe play. Yeah, I'm just going to play Goff, man. Good morning, Fault. Appreciate you being here, man. Hunter Henry or Gadsden. This one is pretty close for me in my rankings. I have Henry and Gadsden both outside of my top 12. Gadsden is my tight end 13. Hunter is my tight end 15. So give me Gadsden there just a little bit. Let's see. Mostly says Olave, Etienne, Gainwell, Tep, Marv, Breece. You got to start 2 of these guys. So I'm going to be going with Olave, and I'm going to be going with Etienne. Those are the top 2 for me. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Appreciate you. Enjoy the game as well. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Goff or Lawrence? Give me Goff this week. Could you pick one with McConkey, Egbuka, Shakir, Jacoby Myers? It's going to be between Egbuka and Ladd. I think I'm probably going to lean with... we could throw Jacoby in there too. I think Jacoby's probably right in the mix with those guys. Give me... I'm actually going Jacoby. I'm going Jacoby Myers there. He's going to be my play. Half PPR, need 2 wide receivers in a flex. Options are Evans, Olave, Rico, Harvey, Tracy. At tight end, I have Waller. Go get Henry or Gadsden. So for the first part of the question, 2 flex and a wide receiver. I'm going with Olave, I'm going with Harvey, and I'm going with, it's between Evans and Tracy. I think I'm going to go Evans. So give me Olave, Evans, and Harvey. And then basically it's Waller versus Henry or Gadsden. Gadsden is the highest in my rankings, so I would play Gadsden this week over Waller. Burrow or Dak? I'm leaning Burrow right now. I currently have Burrow as my quarterback 8. Dak is my quarterback 7. I think I'd rather play Dak. I think it's going to be a more competitive game for him. I could see the Bengals just running the football in the second half, to be honest. How do we feel about Pickens? Do we think he's just checking out for the year? Need him to put up big since I'm against JSN, Stafford, and Barkley. My other options could be McConkey or Egbuka and half PPR. I'd still play Pickens over those guys, but at the end of the day, like, I hope he's not checking out. It should be a decent matchup for him. I currently have Pickens as my wide receiver. Where is he? Wide receiver 8 on the week right now. So I'm still, obviously looking at him very highly. My bad. The BTJ Egbuka estimate was 1 flex from a full PPR. Okay, so between those guys. I'm going to go with BTJ. Give me BTJ if it's just the one. Bruce City Bob says, brother, injuries got me bad, but I still have hope. Biggest upside, start 2 full PPR, or start 2 full PPR tight end premium. Waller, Hunt, Chuba, Knox, Hollins, Ingram, Downs. Also Warner, Dowdle, full PPR tight end premium. So I'm assuming that's part of the second question, right? So with the 2 in a full PPR tight end premium, I think I'm going to go with Waller, and I think I'm going to go with Chuba. If injuries have you down that bad, I think I'm probably going to go with those 2 guys. Also, when you're deciding between Warren and Dowdle, I'm assuming it's Jalen Warren, or maybe it's Tyler Warren. If it's Jalen Warren, I'm going Jalen Warren. If it's Tyler Warren, I think I'd rather play Dowdle. So hopefully that answers it no matter who it is there for you in the second part of that question. Nick says, Dynasty half-point tight end premium. I need 1 wide receiver and 2 flex. He's the underdog in this matchup, so he has Jaden Higgins, Addison, Gainwell, Estime, Juwan Johnson. So I'm going to play Juwan Johnson as one of the plays. I'm going to go with Addison, I think, is one of the plays. It's a good matchup for him, has some upside if JJ McCarthy can start hitting him. And then I think I'd probably play between Gainwell and Estime would be my other guy. And I'm probably going to lean with Gainwell over Estime. So give me Gainwell, give me Addison, and Juwan Johnson. Gotta sit 1 in a PPR league. Ladd, J-Mo, Pickens, Sutton going against Puka. Thanks, man. Okay, so this one's tough. Pickens and Sutton are both fairly high in my rankings, if I'm not mistaken. I have Pickens, like I just said, top 8. I have J-Mo high. It's between Sutton and it's between Ladd. I think I'm going to sit Ladd. And I'm going to play J-Mo, Pickens, and Sutton. RJ Harvey or Tracy, also Michael Wilson or DK. Give me Harvey, give me Michael Wilson. Godwin or Woody in a PPR league. I'm going to go with, oh man. I think I'm going to go with Woody here. Give me Woody Marks. That's a good question, Frosty. JJ or Dart? I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to play Dart. I think I have this exact question in my own fantasy league. I have JJ versus Dart, and I'm probably going to just play Dart. Tyler Warren, Waller, or Jaden Higgins. I would go with between the tight ends. I'm not playing Jaden Higgins, I don't think. I'm going to go with Tyler Warren. Traded Pickens earlier this year. I'm facing him this week, so he's guaranteed 30-plus points. You heard it here first. Start Pickens. Faced Puka on Thursday. If I need upside, should I stick with Drake or roll the dice with Rodgers, CJ, JJ, or Dak? No, I think if you're going to be looking for the upside, I'm pretty sure May is the highest. Yeah, May's the highest in my rankings right now. The second highest would be Dak, but I'm going to still stick with May and go Drake May. Other half-point PPR options at tight end are Waller, Gadsden, Henry, Knox, Theo. I think Gadsden is probably the best play there. Who wins this matchup? Full PPR. Team 1 has Burrow, Hendo, Gibbs, JSN, J-Mo, Loveland, Michael Wilson, Bills, and Fairbairn. Team 2 has Brissett, Bijan, Chase Brown, CD, Higgins, Tyler Warren, Mike Evans. I like the first team more. Burrow, Hendo, Gibbs, JSN. I like that team more. Start 2, if all active. T. Higgins, Marks, Harvey. It's going to be, I think it's going to be Marks and it's going to be Harvey for me. Should I start Gainwell over Judkins in PPR? Worried both teams will be playing from behind and Gainwell will get way more opportunities. I don't think I would do that. Right now I have Judkins as my running back 21. I have Gainwell as running back 25. It's a tougher matchup for Gainwell. I would go with Judkins still. And then Frank says, I expect to see you in the car doing these questions. I thought I was going to have to do it, man. I thought I was going to have to hop in the car and do all the questions in the car. Luckily, the movers got out in time. Still gave me time to do this before we had to leave. But yeah, it's a shorter stream today. We got about 10 more minutes. So for those of you that are still wanting to answer some questions or ask some questions, we got about 10 more minutes here. I want to answer as many of them as possible before we go. Then my wife and I are hopping in the car and getting out of here because I need to go see the Vikings win today, man. I think the Vikings win, but we need to go see that today. So thought I was going to do it in the car. Instead, you got the blank background. It's only going to get more blank over the last week of the season here in week 17, but it is what it is. Star 1, Jaden Higgins, Estime, Chuba, Algier, or either of the Chiefs running backs. This is gross, but I'm going Estime, man. I'm going Audric Estime. I think he's the only one that I can look at and say he's probably going to get the largest workload today, probably. Not a fantasy question, but who are your Super Bowl picks? No teams seem that dominant. I mean, I think right now, if I had to make a playoff prediction, I do think the Rams probably are going to be a team that ends up making it to the Super Bowl. I feel comfortable with them in the NFC. Who do I think is going to end up coming from the AFC? No team feels dominant, but this kind of feels like the year where the AFC can go to Josh Allen and the Bills. It kind of feels like the year, no Mahomes there, no Kryptonite there. You're going to have to run through guys like Bo Nix and Drake May and Trevor Lawrence, and I think Josh can do that. I'm going with Josh in the AFC. I'm going with the Rams in the NFC. Those are going to be my two teams, man. I think those are the two teams that make the Super Bowl. More likely to start Marv or Marks? If both start, who do you got? I would go with Marks, and I would play Marks if both start. I need Addison to give me 30. Dude, me too, brother. I need a big day from Addison in one of my leagues because I got Puka on Thursday night. So, yeah, I need Addison to do something nice for me. Igbuka or Carter in the flex? I'm going with Carter here over Igbuka. Man, I got 3 teams. Actually, I have 2 teams that were on bye last week, but I have 3 teams that are, advancing into the next round of the playoffs. One of the teams coming off the bye saw Puka Nacua. The other was the 3rd seed. It missed the bye by 1 game, and then it got Puka Nacua. So I have 2 of my 3 really strong playoff contenders that faced Puka Nacua on Thursday night, which is very unfortunate. So we'll see what happens. I'm holding out hope, but it's a gut check. It's a vibe killer on Thursday night when you see your opponent's wide receiver go for 50 fucking points. What the hell, dude? I made the mistake of starting Zacchaeus over Dobbs. I made the mistake of benching Dobbs as well. I was debating last night, one of my leagues, it was Jaden Reed versus Romeo Dobbs, and I was like, which Green Bay wide receiver should I play? And honestly, that's a question that we probably shouldn't be playing in the first place, is like who to play in Green Bay. That's always a messy decision. But I played Reed over Dobbs, and then Dobbs had the bigger day. He got into the end zone, so I made the same mistake, so I don't blame you. As a Pats fan, it hurts to hear the Bills are your AFC pick, but I get it. Allen is a monster. Yeah, man, it comes down to, I think, experience for me, right? Like the playoffs, you got to lean on the experience. Drake May looks like a monster. The Patriots look like they're going to be a good team for a long time, but Drake May's first playoffs feels like there could be some learning experiences there. We've seen guys like Jaden Daniels, even have a run, ends up getting beat by the more experienced team. You have guys like the year before, CJ Stroud, have a good run, gets beat by the experienced team. That could be Drake May this year. But I just feel like Josh, of all the teams, man, like he can beat Stroud. He can beat Herbert in the Chargers, I think. He can beat Aaron Rodgers in the Steelers. He can beat Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence. He can beat Drake May in the Patriots. He can beat Bo Nix in the Broncos. So it's going to be interesting. But I think this is the year that Josh makes that run, man. I hope so. I'm a Josh fan, dude. I'm a big Josh fan. Addison or Jalen Coker? I'm going with Addison here. Start 1, Tet, Marv, Brees. I'm going with T-Mac. Fantasy Football Now, at Dan Grazino, ESPN said, Woody Marks isn't expected to play from what he's hearing from Houston. They're not counting on Woody Marks to play. Interesting. If he doesn't play, that would be unfortunate. I have him projected to play, but let me just make sure we see the news. Obviously, if he doesn't play, you pivot. And I'm not playing the Jawar Jordans. I'm not playing the Nick Chubbs that confidently, even if he misses. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything right now from my reporters that I typically follow. Not to discredit anything about Dan Graziano or Graziano. I do have T. Higgins, looks like he's going to play. I do have some of these other guys. So we'll see what happens, man. Obviously, we're a little bit early, so more news is going to come out here in just a little bit. Do you like Pollard or Godwin? I think I like Godwin more than Pollard this week. Purdy or Brissett? This is a really interesting question because both of these guys I think I'm fairly high on for the week. I do have Purdy, I think, the highest of all of them. He's quarterback 3 for me right now, so give me Purdy. Frank says Carter, Myers, Gainwell, Godwin, or Hollywood. Give me Jacoby Myers there pretty easily. PPR, JJ, or Judkins. I'm going to go Justin Jefferson here. And all right, folks, we are down to the last 5 minutes here before we wrap this up. Today, like I said, we're only running for about 30 minutes. We're at 25, I think, on the stream count at the moment. So, yeah, we're going about 30. Got 5 minutes. Throw these questions in the chat, man. I'm happy to answer as many of them as we can. Hopefully we get some more news on Woody Marks, because if he's reporting that Woody Marks is going to miss, then it may be trending towards that way right now. Let's see. Trying to look up some of this Woody Marks stuff. Hold on. Appreciate you, Insidious. Hopefully you have a good Sunday as well, man. Big games right now, so hopefully we can get those in and win those games, man. But I appreciate you. Thank you. Zeus, what's up, man? Says, good morning, Drew. How do you feel about Xavier Worthy today? Xavier Worthy for me isn't that high, and I know that's probably shocking to some people because Rashee Rice is not going to play football, but I do have Xavier Worthy sitting kind of as a low-end wide receiver 2, high-end wide receiver 3 type of play. I have him in the same bucket as like BTJ and Deebo Samuel. That's kind of where I have him. He's my wide receiver 27 right now. So a little bit because of the Gardner Minshew stuff, a little bit because I just don't think Xavier Worthy is like a true number 1, but playable. Don't see a super high ceiling with him. Frank says, go Niners, number 1 seed is ours. That would honestly be really cool to see, to be honest. Also, brother, I know you come to Dallas. Welcome, brother. Yes, man, we're about a week away. The movers just came today, took all the stuff, so we're living as nomads over the last week here, but then we will be on our way to Dallas. So thank you, man. Appreciate you. You'll have to let me know, Zeus. You'll have to let me know. Like, is there any spots in Dallas that I just have to go check out? As somebody who's never been there, like, is there anything that I have to go check out? Anything that I have to go eat? Whatever. I'm excited for some Texas barbecue, but let me know, man. Frank says, have fun at the game and be safe, man. Appreciate you guys. So it does seem like we're fairly wrapped up for the most part. A lot of people came in and got their questions answered. I am going to probably just wrap that up then so I can hit the road and get to that game, because it's going to be a fun one, man. So dressing warm, because I don't know what it's going to be like today. We'll see. But it seems like it's going to be clear weather, but it's still chilly over here. So we'll see, man. Appreciate everybody. Good luck in Week 16 as always. Hopefully your fantasy football teams all play well today. Hopefully you make all the right start sits. Hopefully we could have helped you with that. If I answered one of your questions today, do me the favor, hit the like button before we end the stream. But other than that, man, stay subscribed, stay tapped into the Discord. Lots of stuff coming in there. And really, that's about it. I'm going to hit these buzzer beater questions. He said, would you start Igbuka or Worthy? I'd rather go Igbuka. Terry Black's Barbecue. That sounds like a place we might need to check out. And then PS3 family says Carter or Estime. I'm going Carter there. So appreciate everybody. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you guys here on Tuesday for Week 17 to talk about some fantasy football start sits for Week 17 for the championship week. So hopefully my teams make it there. Hopefully yours make it there. Either way, come hang out on Tuesday. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.